stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Allen setting up play action. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And a decent run gets him out 4. It's going to be third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Will wind up out of bounds on the return as they take over at the enemy 40 following that INT. Now, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
A 400-plus-yard passing day, it takes everybody. It takes protection. It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards. But it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. Now, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. At the Bills' 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, that really make tight ends a locker room favorite. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Ready?
Looking to throw here. He does get to him. He's brought down. And they come up big on third down there with the sack.
A loss of 7.
Andre Schmidt lining this one up. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Schmidt connects, and they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. He dodged the tackle. And this drive will start inside the 25. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Finds him over the middle. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Chidobe, Awuzie, and they're on the tackle. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So first down from the 41. They kick the running back in motion. First down throw for Allen. This one's quickly to Jennings. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Allen. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. He puts some air under it deep down the left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. New set of downs for him from the 31. Throwing now on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yellow. Come on, set. Ready?
Looking in the air here. That's our target, Puka Nacua. And he doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42.
1st down.
Here we go, set.
1st and 10 at the
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And they bring him down around the 34.
complete to number 17.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to the well again. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In the red zone now. Kua's got it again. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Running it now out of the gun. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Here we go. Yellow. Set.
Quick throw is caught. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams parlay the interception into points. This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game.
Rams 10. Bills nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here's Allen. He finds Kincaid running the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 3rd down, they need 7.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Drops it off to Cook. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Right up the gut. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Set. Cut. 10 black. Cut. Cut.
2nd down pass play coming. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Connects on the crosser. He's got room to roam. He is down at the 30-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
Come on, set.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Set up the screen. Here's McCoy. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Down. Black. Cut.
Back now, pressure coming. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams grow their lead just before halftime. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams take a 3-possession lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second and manageable. He's throwing. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
First down, Buffalo.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is on 2nd and inches. Gets him on the end route. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And they stop him. He's marked out along that 18-yard line. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. On 1st down, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completed left side there to Jennings. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This one soars over everybody in the end zone. Just had to get rid of it. Incomplete. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Sanders sends it through, and the gap closes to 14 points.
Pete, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You could take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. One last play before the break.
Set, ready, set.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, the Steelers at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Browns win their third straight game as they get the victory today. Up next, another intriguing matchup. And this is Jordan James. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Vikings get a much-needed win as they move back to 500 at 5-5. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And as this season progresses, he's been a steady producer for this offense, leading the league in receptions to this point.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Let's go now.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Set. Hut.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch.
At the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Yellow. 43. Ready.
They are throwing it again. To the right and pulled in by Judy. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Second and a yard.
Ready. Ready.
At the 42-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Down. Blue. 32. Cut. Cut.
Throwing from the gun. On the slant, complete to Judy. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. When you keep this drive moving, partner, here's another 1st and 10.
Set.
First down.
10 black.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
That's another
Danger, Case. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Rail. Set. Hut. 50. Green. Set.
From the red zone on 1st. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Black. Ready.
Back to throw now. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. Escapes the defender. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Bills set to take over offensively. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
On the sneak, it's Allen. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. Takes this in at the 25. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Now L.A. getting its offense all set to go. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another that could put this just too far out of reach.
Ready up.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 52 blue. Set.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Ready. Ready.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Catch made the right side by Nfgl. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37. Been inconsistent at best.
This is one of those moments where it just feels like it's a privilege to watch. Right? When you're at a concert and you're just listening to somebody that's the best of the best, you want more. And right now up in this booth, I want to see this guy continue to put on the show.
He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Slide through.
Setting up to throw. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Bills take over as he records the 40th interception of his career. And just like that, a very run-focused drive comes to an end that time with an interception.
You know, a lot of times, Kate, when you're finding success running it on a drive, it's because the defense is just waiting for you to throw it. And that's where they're prepared at the time. Sure enough, it's not a rush that dooms them, but a pass and an interception.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Bills football, Brock, but any efforts may be futile facing that deficit. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Round 80. What's up?
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pulled in by his back, Cook. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Now Allen off the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
22 yards. First down, Bills.
Again, Allen to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Now Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. All set to go now from the 35. First and 10. Here's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
17 yards. First down, Buffalo.
To the air again. Allen. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
To throw again, it's Allen. This one's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills get it back to a 14-point game.
24. Bills 10.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out.
14 yards.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready. Black, 95. Hut.
He's going to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Sticking to the air here. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. They're going to throw for it on 4th. Well, he's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a 1st and goal. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Yellow, 43. Hut.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he will have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams have likely locked up the win right there. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Has it downfield, working the left. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Bills.
1st down throw for Allen. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Allen gonna throw again. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is gonna be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's got his man again. It's Adams. He flicks it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams continue piling onto this lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Well, gotta imagine he's going to be headed to the kicking net after that one, right, partner? Work on how he's striking that football. That was a considerable miscue right there. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At their 49-yard line.
Round 80! Look out!
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. It's Allen out of the pistol. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Punting unit out now. Bryce Barringer, the one to send it away. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards.
At their own 7-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a give running right. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage.